Hello, troopers, and welcome to G.A.R. Productions. Today, we're going to look at least my personal opinion, the top 10 LEGO Star Wars minifigures from 2025. And truly, there was a lot of good sets, good figures, some not so good figures, and a lot of, I don't know about controversy, but a lot of discussion, let's just say, about a lot of the sets. Some good, some bad from this year. But we're going to look at the top 10, and before we get to the top 10, though, I had a couple dishonorable mentions, a few honorable mentions, and then we'll get into the list. So the dishonorable mentions...
All right, that's it. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
First off, I have the 327th Star Corps. Mostly, in my personal opinion, is due to actually the helmet line. It is more size-wise to the 212, but the 327th is supposed to be thinner. They got it right with the original 212th, or not original 212th, excuse me, original 327th. So that actually, yes, there's some issues on the torso, and obviously I wish they had a waist cape. And the new pauldron piece is very good. Don't get me wrong. Those are good things. And I'm actually finally got this in hand, this set. So review should be coming out week or two, hopefully. So we'll talk about it more, but the helmet design I don't think is great. The stripe down the middle is a little bit too wide, so that is why I have it as a dishonorable mention. Another dishonorable mention: young Boba just doesn't look good. Hairpiece is not good. Coloring of the minifigure is not accurate, so just not that good. So that is the dishonorable mentions. Honorable mentions: I do have the Turbo Tank figures. I know they're not perfect clones. I get that, but I think they're actually, I know some people say Bakara looks like a chipmunk. I don't think his helmet is that bad. I think that they did a pretty good job for getting it accurate. I know they probably could have done better. Let's be real. It probably could have been better, but I at least think it looks pretty decent. Although I will say I have not yet had him. Well, no, I have had him in hand, to sell, and I think he looks pretty good. Galactic Marines I like, even though, yes, should have waist capes, and also that Kaidi Mendai is just slightly updated and looks very good too. So just honorable mentions of not amazing figures, but I think they look decent and unfortunately are in the better tier of clones, even though they still have issues, which is a whole other topic that we've talked about a lot. And then the last honorable mention, I do have Christmas Vader. He probably should have been on the list, but there's some other figures that I personally think are a little bit better, a little cooler, a little bit maybe better looking. So he's going to be the honorable mention. And hopping into the number 10 spot, we do have a clone being Captain Jag. Now, it really could have been any of the pilots, but I think Captain Jag looks the coolest, and he is the most, I think, updated and better designed compared to other minifigures. The clone pilot is very similar to the last one we got in 2014. The regular clone pilot, Oddball is technically new, but very similar to the 2010. But I think Captain Jag, if you look at his 2010 compared to this one, he looks so much better, so much more accurate, really amazing clone trooper and figure. So he's going to be at the number 10 spot could have been any of those three pilots, but I think he is kind of the most improved and the best looking of the three with his color markings on his helmet. I think look the coolest. At the number 9 spot, I have Galen Erso. I think he's a very, very cool figure. I think the green looks good. It's hard to tell in the movie what color his uniform is supposed to be, but I think the green looks good. It's definitely a figure people were excited to get. I'm excited to maybe get him someday, at least to be able to see him, hopefully sell him, at least have him in hand to sell him someday on whatnot, which check out down below. We'll talk about that in the end of the video. Anywho, but Galen Erso, pretty cool, amazing figure, and he's at the number 9 spot. At the number 8 spot, I have the clone pilot from the V-Wing, and it's really cool to see that LEGO has finally got the Phase 1 clone pilot without the fin. For almost 20 years now, they've had the fin, at least 15 years, so it's really cool to see them take it away, and he still looks a really good figure. Yes, there could be a few things that I think are a little bit more accurate that kind of show on the render that don't end up being the figure, at least the first ones, but that's beside the point. Still, overall, a very good clone, and probably the best clone. I think this is the last clone on the top 10 list, and probably the best clone from the year, in my personal opinion. He could kind of be tied with Captain Jag, even though I think he's a little bit better. Maybe it's just because he had a higher standard that he surpassed than Captain Jag. And the number 7 spot, same thing. We're gonna have all the figures from that set. We have Ventress, really cool looking figure. Again, the full purple might not be super accurate, and it looks a bit much, but again, that was also the Clone Wars movie that's like almost 20 years now, and I think she looks incredible. I think it looks pretty accurate. It's a good looking figure. It's an accurate looking figure. and a very good figure. To have this set have really amazing figures is kind of rare to have all your figures be really good. And at the number 6 spot, the best figure I think from the set is going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi with that arm printing. Such an amazing design with the Clone Wars. Still that newer head design, more of the normal head or face print, but the amazing arm printing. Such an amazing figure, and he's going to take the number 6 spot, finishing out those V-Wing figures. In the number 5 spot, I do have UCS Jango from Jango Slave One Starfighter. Amazing fig, the best Jango that we have ever gotten. The new rangefinder looks really, really cool. That's definitely such a step in the right direction for that piece. He looks incredible. His son, unfortunately, does not look as good, but he looks absolutely incredible and is one of the best figs and is right there in the middle for the day. I lied, guys. I forgot. In the number 4 spot for Clone Troopers, I have the Clone Cadet. Such an unexpected clone trooper. That is amazing. Dual molded legs, hair piece that looks very, very accurate, arm printing. Such a perfect clone trooper. Truly perfect clone trooper. Perhaps one of the only perfect clone troopers that we have gotten in a while. And that it shows that he is the number 4 spot. So I did forget a clone trooper there in the number 4 spot. In the number 3 spot, I have Lama Su. Again, another really unexpectedly amazing figure. We didn't really, at least I didn't expect to be getting him this year. And he is such an amazing figure, perfectly designed with the headpiece. And it's really cool that part of his clothes come up with his headpiece. Super cool. Wonderful figure. He's at the number 3 spot. Yes, I do. Yes, pew pew. I have my oldest little clone trooper with me right now recording. At the number 2 spot, we have the Hot Tub Stormtrooper. Everyone's most wanted fig from the Death Star. Everyone's been looking forward to it. When they heard about the Death Star, they presumed that we would get a Hot Tub Stormtrooper, and Lego delivered, and it's a very good figure, very good looking figure. One of the only ones to have dual molded legs. That's beside the point. Check out my last video if you want my thoughts more on that, but that's beside the point. He himself, very good figure, and just not quite gets the number 1 spot. Number 1 spot might kind of surprise people, I think, because, again, partially is most improved from the last one, and just overall such an amazing upgrade since the last one, and that would be Plo Koon from Plo Koon's Microfighter, or Jedi Starfighter Microfighter. What a amazing figure. And I know there's some really amazing figures that probably a lot of people would say should be in the number 1 spot over Plo Koon, but truly immaculate, just revolutionarily better design over the last Plo Koon. So he does take, in my opinion, the number 1 spot. Yeah, I know he doesn't have arm printing, and I believe he does have leg printing, but that new head design is incredible. And I know I say that with some of the stuff, but truly it is incredible. Lego should be commended for that piece because it truly is incredible. And to that point, in my opinion, he is the best figure from 2025. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, for Whatnot, I am going to be having a Whatnot show this coming Friday on Black Friday, so you don't want to miss it. We're going to have some crazy expensive things. Hopefully, I'll have it up. I'll have the little screen up here, or go check it out. Go bookmark it. We're going to have like crazy flash sales. We're probably going to do like sudden death flash sales the whole time. We're going to have some crazy high-ends, including Cloud City Boba. This is the first time I'm going to have Cloud City Boba, and we're going to have Cloud City Boba for the Black Friday show, which is going to probably be one of the only people, and the cheapest place that you can get a Cloud City Boba is going to be at G.A.R. shop on Whatnot. So check it out down below. Go bookmark the show. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. And for a little side note, for those of you who are regular viewers, if you want to know, this is just a little side point. Sorry I haven't been able to get videos out as much as possible. Part of it is, as you have heard my little clone trooper in the background, it's been a little crazy with 2 kids, and this time of year it gets a little busy, especially with church stuff. So between all those things, I do apologize. I really do strive to have a video out every week, and now it's kind of leaning towards it might end up being every other week. I don't know. I'm hoping to get back to every week, but we will see. So I know you guys have been sticking around. You guys are always encouraging with your comments and support, so I really appreciate it. I just want to let you guys know everything's going well, just a little busy, and sometimes some things got to give sometimes, and sometimes, unfortunately, that is YouTube. So thank you guys for watching as my son falls over on his turtle, and I will catch you guys next time.